going to be checking out my good buddy Dan, his RS3 build. Welcome back, guys. To start today, been at the Crestview Cars and Coffee here. We got the Audi Club out here. Nice flag. And but yeah, today's gonna be a fun day. We are going to be checking out my good buddy Dan, his RS3 build. And this thing should be a lot of fun. It should be pretty rowdy. And yeah, it's just cool to be back in the car scene again. It's been so long since I've been up here in Northern Kentucky to check everything out, and I'm just excited. This car is beautiful, but I'm here joined with Dan, the owner, and Matt, the owner of the shop who built it. And I just kind of wanted to talk about your build, man. So what made you want to buy an RS3?
You know, I've had a lot of cars over the years. I came from a 4.2 Audi S5, and there was just no way to make it fast. So when it was time to trade it in, I looked at a couple of cars, either an RS7, a GTR, or the RS3, and just felt like the RS3 was the right platform. At the time, I didn't even know what you could do with these things.
Yeah,
and it's been an awesome surprise. So once I figured out how far you could take this motor, we just decided to send it. So
that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, those 2.5 liters, man, they're just insane. Like how much power you can squeeze out of these things. So did you buy this stock?
You know, actually, I think there was a tune on it when I bought it, and I didn't know that, and I figured it out after the fact. And at that point, I think the warranty was probably already voided, so it didn't matter. So we just decided, you know, it kind of the build journey started really early, and it started with normal built bolt-ons. We started on the APR tune, went from stage 1 to stage 2, flipped it to ethanol.
You catch that
and
bug,
then, yeah, absolutely. Faster. And it just, at the time, it was already a 10-second car, and that wasn't quite fast enough. So me and Maddie here got to chatting, and the rest is kind of history at this point.
Yeah, man. So let's
go make history.
Let's go ahead and walk around it, man. Like, tell me what's going on with it. Like Matt. So how was this building it? Like,
it's actually pretty simple compared to a lot of Audis I've worked on, just because it was so fresh and so new. Everything just came apart pretty easily, which isn't normal for a lot of the older Audis, like the B5 S4s and the older generations. A lot of them are frozen, rusted to death, so you spend a lot of time battling that, where this thing just came apart. Pretty simple for the most part. And the fact that it was just so new made it so easy.
Yeah, so Matt actually, he's the owner of the shop that I took my S4 to, and he's done all the work to it. So he's definitely worked on a wide range of Audis.
Not many platforms we haven't touched, and we do a lot of stuff that people in town don't want to mess with because of liability reasons or contracts they have with other tuners or whatnot. So I'm pretty open.
Nice. What's the name of your shop, Matt? OS Performance. All right.
Yeah. Sticker on the back windshield. Yeah. Oh, is it on the back windshield? We'll check it out. Yeah, this thing looks good sitting on BBS wheels. Got the OS Performance sticker. The carbon lip. I really like that ducktail on there. That looks good.
It looks really good on the with the BBS on there. It didn't look so good with the stock rollers. I felt like it was a little ricey actually, but.
Did you see the carbon bar and the tow bar in the back?
That weight reduction, boys. You know, these cars are sleepers already as it is, and this thing, they turned it up to 11. So what goes into building like what you have? Like, tell me what's in this car.
Yeah, so I guess it really started, the timing was kind of hard because right as I decided to do a full build with Matt and OS Performance, COVID hit and supply chain really got messed up. So starting in April of 20, we started sourcing parts, pistons, rods, valve train components, upgraded flywheel, injectors. And it took a lot of time to get those parts together. It took us probably a better part of 4 months to have everything in hand. Yeah. And then in November, we dropped the car off down at OS and they tore the motor out. So right now this motor has a TTE 700 turbo, which is pretty conservative. We decided to go conservative instead of going bigger just to keep the streetability of the car. So this Turbo Engineers turbo has pretty much a stock boost profile. So there's not a whole lot of lag. Carrillo rods, Molly pistons, and Ferrea valves. We did a Vargas turbo plenum and elbow on the intake, AWE tuning, carbon intake, 034 Motorsports motor mounts and trans mounts. So it's pretty bulletproof. I think if we decide to go faster, we can strap a bigger turbo to it later because the motor's built at this point. So it's probably good to take.
Unleash the hounds.
Like you have some work done to the trans as well, right? The trans can take some more. The
yeah,
Q500.
We did. So it's got the 7-speed DSG. We put VTT billet tubes, trans tubes in there because those are a weak point. It's on a Unitronic ECU and TCU tune, so we've got the clamping force turned up pretty good on the transmission, so it can hold on the stock clutches. So, but it's been a full build. It's been a fun build so far, and I think it's on our 3rd oil change already. So we've got some miles on it, and starting to feel pretty good that everything's settling in the way it's supposed to.
And then you're throwing some E85 in her, and
yeah. So right now it's on 93, and what's crazy about this is this 93 tune from Unitronic, their built motor file. Just judging by the seat of my pants, haven't been on the track yet. It's faster than my old APR Stage 2 ethanol tune was. So
the butt dyno does not lie.
Right. So it's faster on 93 than it ever was on E85. And here in a couple of weeks, we'll put it on ethanol again, and that's where the real power comes in. I think we'll dyno it. We expect this build to make somewhere a little over 700 wheel, and again, if we decide to go bigger downstream, we certainly can at this point. So
that's awesome. Yeah, that's the fun thing that or something I think is really smart for guys to do when it comes to these RS3s is like you build ahead because you already got that bug. Like you're wanting to go faster. So if
Once
you
you build the motor, it's game on. You can do whatever you want to this thing after that. But it's such a high-priced feat to overcome that.
Yeah.
You better have some money ready. Once you do it, you can do whatever you want then.
Love the way this intake looks.
Yeah,
all the anodized,
it really sets it all.
lines, all the carbon fiber.
well, and it serves a purpose.
Yeah.
This plenum allows for a little more even airflow going down into each cylinder. The stock plenum's just a little undersized. I don't know that it'll give us huge power gains by any means, but it certainly looks great and evens out that airflow, gives us a little more headroom. So. So we are about to get a ride along here in this OSP RS3.
That rhymes. Put on my seatbelt for safety first. This is actually the first time I've ridden in your car.
No kidding.
Yeah. I've been in RS3s before. As you guys on Car Life Channel know, we like to have fun with 5 cylinders. Look at that. No back seats. Like a race car. It's so much louder on the outside, man, I'm telling you.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
I've actually never heard it from out there, so.
You want me to drive it for you? It was worth a shot. All right. Yep, that is, that's quick. Just the sound alone in itself is just a pleasure, you know, and then the fact that I put you in your seat is just...
You know, I've wanted to do a full build on a car pretty much my whole adult life, and I always just had the wrong platform or didn't have enough resource. And when I realized what you could do with these RS3s and this 5-cylinder, just figured, why not? Now's the time. So this has been a great setup so far, and the car's been reliable. So knock on wood, but the car's been reliable and fast, and the sky's the limit. So.
I can't wait to see this thing on the corn, man. It's gonna be so fast. Love that low end torque. Man, that was only like 2,500 RPM too.
It's a screamer.
Wow. That's just too much fun, man. Like, you don't even have to rev it all the way out. You can just give it some boost and then it'll just put the biggest smile on my face. Like, the smiles per mile, right? All right, well, it's not slow. It's definitely not slow.
Slow jump.
Yeah, I mean, it's, oh man. I mean, for it just being like a mild tune on 93, that's just, you can't beat it. Like, the reliability and everything, God, it's so cool. And it's in like the world's favorite Nardo gray too. Like, this is such a desirable color to have. Heck yeah, man. The man, dude, thank you so much for the ride along.
Logan, this has been great, man.
I'm so proud to have this car like back out in the streets again, to see it in person, and
it's fun to share it, man. It's fun to talk about it. We put a lot of work into it, a lot of time, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and a lot of cash. So
yeah,
it's going to be, hopefully it provides fun years to come, and
absolutely,
if anybody else gets to see it and enjoy it, that's cool too. So
good deal, man. Well, if you guys want to follow this build, you can go ahead and follow Dan on Instagram. That's Predator RS3. I'll tag it right there for you. And yeah, just give him a follow, man. I mean, who doesn't love a fast RS3? I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you like it, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you want to see anything else. Have a good day.